And finally, welcome back to my channel. I'm so sorry I've been gone for such a long time again. I was planning on filming Paris and Reading. I'll quickly explain why I didn't film Reading because literally everywhere you walked people playing music. I would have filmed just the stages, but I didn't have enough clips of just the performances, so I didn't have enough to make a video, and I couldn't film in the campsite or anything because, as I said, everywhere you're going people were blaring their own music, so I just get copyrighted. So I'm really sorry, but I couldn't film that. And I didn't film Paris because I just wanted to make the most of the trip there, because it was for my 18th birthday, as I am finally 18. But yeah, that's exactly why I didn't film, no other reason, as I really wanted to film, but I decided to just make the most of Paris, and I couldn't film Reading. But yeah, and also please excuse this hot mess of a makeup look. I have been at college the whole morning and it is boiling out, so my makeup has slowly rubbed off and it does look a mess. And the lipstick, I would have topped that up, but I'm making a point in the video later and I want to like prove my point, if you know what I mean. But today I'm going to be filming one of my favourite ever videos. I know I say this for most videos I film, but at the moment I am obsessed because I've seen these floating around YouTube a lot lately, so I thought I'd jump on the bandwagon. I think I'm a little bit late as they're sort of going out of trend, but I am going to be filming an Unpopular Opinions. Please, I just want to do a little disclaimer and say I mean no disrespect, honestly. This is just my personal opinion. Everyone's entitled to their opinion, so if you disagree with my opinion, that's absolutely fine. So yeah, please don't try to judge me or hate me for my personal opinions, because as I said, everyone is entitled to their own opinion. So yeah, I'm just stating mine. And some of these opinions I've seen before, others I haven't, or they're like the reverse of their opinions. So I thought it'd be quite fun to discuss with you my personal opinion. So this intro has been ridiculously long, so let's finally get on with the unpopular opinions. I wrote a list of, I think there's 11 or 12 on my phone, so I'll quickly go through them with you and discuss why I think this, and yeah, just tell you the unpopular opinions. The first one is pineapple does belong on pizza. Personally, I absolutely love a good Hawaiian pizza, whether it's just pineapple, ham pineapple, add a mushroom on there, or an olive. Perfect. I think pineapple belong on pizza. Personally, it's a fruit. Tomatoes are fruit. That's on a pizza. No one ever complains about that fruit being on a pizza. And I have seen other people post everywhere saying people only hate pineapple on pizza because media tells them to, which I totally agree with. If you say you hate pineapple pizza and haven't tried it, then I do not believe you, because it is great. And yeah, I don't understand why people hate it so much. Fair enough if you don't like it, because personally I don't like chicken on pizza, and that's just my opinion. That might be unpopular, but that's just my opinion. And yeah, pineapple for me is beautiful on pizza. Also, I know I talk really fast. I get told by everyone I talk fast, so sorry if you have no clue what I'm saying. But yeah, that's just me. I'm trying to slow down for you, but I know I speak ridiculously quickly. My second is, and this is the point I want to prove I said earlier, Jeffree Star lipsticks are overrated. Basically, don't get me wrong, the shades are beautiful. I love the shades. I own, this is Child Star, and it applies like butter, like it applies beautifully. However, the lasting power is somewhat questionable. So I put this on at about, to be fair, I did my makeup about 6:30 this morning. And yeah, as I said, it went on lovely. Obviously it cracks quite a bit because I've got really dry lips at the moment. But I would have thought, considering it's about £20, maybe even more than that, the durability of it would be amazing. You wouldn't have to reapply it. I've had to reapply it 3 times and it's 2 o'clock. 3 times and it's 2 o'clock. I personally think it's ridiculous when you're spending £20 on a lipstick. Obviously, this was a birthday present to me and I am so grateful. Don't get me wrong, I'll still wear this to death because I love the colour. I'll just have to keep applying it. But I don't know if you can see, but it's completely cracked off the middle and it's gone so patchy. It's like different colours everywhere, and when you're spending that much on a lipstick, you'd want to hope it would last the whole day, or at least last until you eat so you can reapply it. But I literally had to have a drink and it would be coming off the middle of my lips, like, and it feels horrible on the lips. Like, if you can feel it. I hate lipsticks that are like you can feel them on the lips. I like matte lipsticks which just feel smooth still. Like, I love the NYX soft matte lip creams, which you do have to apply quite a bit, but when you're spending about £6 compared to 20, I really couldn't complain. And it doesn't crack off your lips, it just fades, so it's fine. So yeah, I would stick, if you were looking for a good matte lip cream or like a liquid lipstick, I would stick to NYX because it is brilliant. Don't get me wrong, I love Jeffree. I think Jeffree is so cool. Like, I really do enjoy his channel, and I've heard his palettes are insane, so I would definitely still try them out. However, I definitely probably wouldn't repurchase this. I'd find this in a cheaper shade. So yeah, obviously, as I said, I'm not going to waste this. I will definitely use it, and I am still so grateful for it from my mum for my birthday, but I was expecting so much more than what it actually achieved. The next one is popcorn is gross. Gross might be a little bit of an overstatement, if that even is a word. I have no clue. I might have just been like Tommy from Love Island and made it a word up, but yeah. I personally don't like popcorn that much. Like, my boyfriend Chris is obsessed with popcorn. Honestly, he's like a gannet when it comes to popcorn. He sees popcorn and he immediately has to eat it all. But when it comes to cinemas, he gets like a large and finishes it all. I can eat small amounts of popcorn, don't get me wrong, but when it comes to finishing a box, I eat about 4 handfuls and I'm like bored of it. Like, I just find it boring, and I also don't like the texture. It's really weird. Like, when you think of popcorn, it is really odd. So personally, I am not a big fan of popcorn. Don't get me wrong, I'll have a handful of his at the cinema and I'll enjoy it, but that's about it. I can't eat a whole box to myself. The next one is the new Lion King is crap. Basically, my opinion, it's so overrated. Like, if you haven't seen the Lion King, please don't watch that one for the first time, because it gives you such a bad representation of the film. Personally, in my opinion, I stick to the original film because that's brilliant. It's got Robin Williams in it and he is fantastic. I love Robin Williams and I miss that guy so much. And see the West End show. If you ever get the chance to watch a West End show, definitely go for Lion King. I think it's best for all ages. When you go to the show, you can really see how many like variety there are of people there. You have old people, you have people, teenagers, you have adults, you have children. It's full of literally every age group you can imagine. And it's just such a good show. But so when we were going to see The Lion King, we saw it about a month ago now, we were so excited. You know, the expectation for it was so high because like Beyonce was in it, it had Seth Rogen in it, and obviously Lion King is such a popular film as it is. So going to cinema, we were so excited as we thought it was going to be absolutely insane. But we were just so let down because I personally found it really cringy how they were meant to look like real lions, yet they sung, so it was like meant to look real, yet obviously lions don't sing, so I just don't think it worked. I understand it for like National Geographic reasons, but personally I just didn't think it really worked. And yeah, I didn't like the version of Hakuna Matata. Seth Rogen and I can't remember who played Timon was. I just didn't think it wasn't as witty. The film wasn't as witty as the original one. And I don't know, I just think it was hyped up and it just didn't reach the expectation. I understand that loads of people like it. I know it's got very mixed reviews. Personally, I wouldn't watch it again, and yeah, it was definitely not one of my favourite Disney films, as I am a massive Disney fan as I've just come back from Disneyland Paris. But yeah, it wasn't my favourite film, but it wasn't awful, but it definitely didn't reach the hype. This is a very unpopular opinion one, and I had a massive debate with my boyfriend about this one because we completely disagree, but I prefer pebble beaches to sand beaches. I know you might be thinking, why would you say that? But personally, I think pebble beaches is so much easier. You don't have to worry about getting sand stuck in your shoes or in your clothes or anywhere, because sand gets everywhere, in the back of your phone, in your bag, in your pants, like literally anywhere. Pebbles, you don't need to worry about that. You also have fun like throwing pebbles in the sea, making pebbles, towers. That's what I like doing. Personally, I just way prefer pebble beaches. That's the only reason. I do obviously, as a kid, sand beaches are great, making sand castles and everything like that. But you don't need to worry about sand getting your food. Like, sand is just annoying. Yes, it's easier to walk on. Yes, it doesn't hurt your feet as much, but everything else, way prefer Pebble Beach. The next one is Coke is grim. Personally, I do not see the appeal of Coke, Pepsi, Dr. Pepper, anything like that whatsoever. When you think about it, what even is it? What actually is Coke? Could be anything. You could be putting anything in your body. It's a black liquid, which also just looks disgusting. And I'm not a fan of the taste. Sometimes if I'm thirsty, I might have a little sip of Pepsi Max. That's the one I can sort of bear. But when they're like 0 sugar, what actually is in it? I want to know. I know it's like a secret menu and all that, but it could be anything. That's the only thing that really, really puts me off Coke. You're putting something you have no clue what it is in your body, and you're just like, oh, have a little sip of Coke. And people that just drink it all day, every day. I just don't get how. But yeah, I don't know why I'm so passionate about that one, but I've never liked Coke, and I know that's probably really unpopular because I know especially teenagers drink a lot of like Diet Coke and Pepsi, but I just would rather stick to something I know, like lemonade. You know, there's lemon in it, you know, it's just like artificial lemon, Fanta, artificial orange, like everything like that, you know, at least you know the flavour. Whereas Coke, you can't. How can you describe Coke? If anyone could describe in the comments below what Coke tastes like, I like to see what you think, because personally I cannot describe it like anything. The next one is fruit over sweet. So I way prefer to have a bowl of fruit over sweet. I know this isn't quite so unpopular as the others because a lot of people I know agree with that, but I'm really not a fan of sweets. I say that with a massive tub of sweets in my room, but don't get me wrong, I do like sweets. I feel like most people like sweets, but I'd way prefer to eat fruit because it's still sweet, if that makes sense. You're still getting like sweet kick and it's better for you. You're putting good sugars in your body. Obviously no sugar's good in the vast, like nothing's good if you eat too much of it. Even vegetables, if you have too much of it, it's not great for you. You need to get your balance. But I'd way prefer to have like a bowl of blueberries. I love blueberries, or grapes, or anything like that. I just think it's so much nicer. And I love fruit. I'm such a fruit bat. Next one is Beyonce is overrated. Sorry if you're like a massive Beyonce fan, but personally I don't get the hype, the whole Queen Bee thing. I just don't get it. Yes, she's a really powerful woman. Powerful, empowering woman. I completely get that side. Like, I think she's done so much for like women's rights and equality for women and that. But her music, I just think is average. Is that really bad to say? But don't get me wrong, I do love some of her old classics like Halo and Love on Top and all of those classics. But that she's just going so like, I don't know, just following the trends. I just don't think she's anything different. I don't know if that's true or not, but I just never would go, oh, I want to listen to Beyonce today. I'm just not a big fan, never have been. But like I said, I do think she's a really inspirational woman, and I completely understand that hype over her, but I just don't get the hype over her music. The next one is cats are better than dogs. I wouldn't say better because I absolutely love dogs. I babysit for two gorgeous twins, and they have a lovely, lovely dog called Molly. And honestly, she's like my shadow when I'm there. If I go to the loo, she will sit outside the bathroom and whine until I come out. She follows me all over the house. Like, honestly, she's like my shadow when I'm at their house, as I said. But I've only ever had cats. I've never had a pet dog. And as a kid, I used to be really terrified of dogs because when they like jump up when you're little, it is quite intimidating. I think a lot of kids are frightened of dogs, but I personally never had cats. So I definitely prefer to have a cat over a dog purely for that reason. The second to last one is chocolate should be kept in the fridge. I completely stand by this. I heard someone say this and I was like, that's so true. It keeps it fresh, like hard, because if you leave it in the cupboard over the summer, it just melts, and gooey like half melted chocolate is just not the one. Whereas if you leave it in the fridge, it's all cold and like not crunchy, but like, I don't know the word, but it just is so nice and it melts in the mouth. And cold dairy milk, you cannot beat it. I realised I've done a lot of food related ones, so I'm sorry about that. But the last one is bacon is disgusting. Disgusting isn't overrated for me. I know bacon is so popular, like it's one of the most popular meats, I'd say, but I personally hate it. It's because the main reason I am so against bacon is because I used to work in a cafe, and I'd have to sometimes do pot wash, and if anyone else has had to wash up a tin of bacon, I won't describe it to you because it might put you off, but it just makes you feel just sick. And just the smell of it now, when I smell bacon, loads of people like love the smell of bacon. I personally despise the smell of bacon. It makes me feel so ill. Don't get me wrong, I'll have bacon in some pasta sauces when it's like really chopped up and it's really small, but I cannot have like a bacon butty or bacon on a cooked breakfast. I'd always ask to have it taken off, or if it's like do it yourself, I would never put it on the breakfast. But yeah, I've been very passionate in this video, I guess. I hope you did enjoy this video. If you did, give it a huge thumbs up. If you'd like to see a part 2, let me know on any of my social medias or in the comments below. Make sure you leave in the comments below other videos you'd like to see me do, and I'll make sure to do them for you. Make sure you subscribe and do all that stuff, and I'll see you on my next video. Bye.